Rinse off the leaves and take cool water. And so you want to do the leaves with mostly green. So I picked up some leaves that's mostly green. And I'm going to do 5. I'm going to boil 5 of them. So that I can rinse them better. I'm going to go off the video and do a better job with it. Alright, first up it should be purified water, and this is 16.9 ounce. Alexa, how many cups is in 16.9 ounces?
16.9 fluid ounces is about 2.113 cups.
2.113 cups. Okay, I think I'm supposed to do 3 cups, so I guess I add a little more to this, but this is what I'm using for the water. Alright, so I've done 2 cups so far out of the bottled water, and now I need to finish up the rest of the bottled water and then do a new one. Okay, my last cup. Time to bring it to a boil. And my water is boiling, and I'm gonna go ahead and put my leaves in, and then let it simmer for I think like 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so I didn't know what simmering was. Well, now I think it's simmering now, but it went all the way down to no more bubbles. I'm like, oh man, I gotta increase it so I can get my bubbles back so it can simmer. All right, lesson learned. I'm learning. Okay, I think I got it back to simmering. I think this is how simmering looks. Apparently, I'm making it obvious that I don't do a lot of cooking. But this is helping me to start doing more cooking. Anyways, I think that looks like it's simmering. It's at like bubbles. It's better than the no bubbles. I think we're simmering and not completely boiling. While I'm waiting, I dried my other leaves, and I'm doing 5 at a time. So put them in a sandwich sealer bag, and I'm gonna put them in the refrigerator. Here's another set. I did smell them, and they just smell like regular leaves to me, but exciting. Ooh, let me check on my simmering. I did confirm that I am simmering. Let me go check on it. So try not to be impatient. I can't tell if the water is changing colors yet, but at least I've been doing other things while I'm patiently waiting. And the water is supposed to change colors. Maybe it is. I can't really tell completely, but we'll see. I let it keep simmering. Okay, it's coming down to the last few minutes of simmering, and I don't know. It almost looks the same color, but I'm not sure. It could be. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, I did see a little color changing. Maybe it is changing colors. I think it is. Okay, we'll see. I really think it is. But it's almost done. Yay! Okay, it's done. I am going to go ahead and pour it out. I have to strain it. So I'm going to strain it just in case if there's anything on the leaves in the water. So I strain it and pour it out into a cup. And let's see. I may not be able to fully see the color. I think I see a change of color, but we'll find out. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. It is a different color. I couldn't tell it, when it was cooking, but look at that. It really is. All right. I'm going to taste it like this. Let it cool down first, of course. But I'm going to taste it regular. Then I'm going to add a little honey and cinnamon to it to make it a little sweet, because I'm quite sure it's going to be bitter. All right. Okay, so you know how I like to do like my initial reaction on things. I'm trying to get my tea here so I can do the initial reaction. I gotta blow it, you know, to get it to cool down some more. I'm excited. Now this is, there's no honey in it, no cinnamon in it. This is just straight. All right, here we go. Oh my God. If needed, I can probably drink it like that, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna add some honey and some cinnamon to it, and I'll come back with that response once I put that in there. All right, so first I just put cinnamon, so my reaction of just cinnamon. Here we go. Make sure it's nice and warm. Okay, a little better. All right, now I'm about to add honey. All right, here I go with the honey and the cinnamon. Again, this is my day one. It's my first time doing this, so lots of lesson learned, especially with the cinnamon. It talks about ground cinnamon versus the stick of cinnamon. And stick of cinnamon you're supposed to put in while it's simmering. So yeah, I had passed that point already. So I went with ground. So probably tomorrow I'm going to try the stick cinnamon and see how that works out. Anyways, should be nice and cool. I'll put some honey in there. All right, here we go. Okay. Yeah, I think I don't know if I put too much honey or not enough honey. I don't know. It's weird. This time I did a big gulp. It's not bad. It's actually pretty good. I think I'm okay with the honey. It's not overwhelming. It is sweet though, and I can taste the cinnamon. I'm excited. It's pretty good. Let me do another sip. Either I'm thirsty or it's pretty good. I never made tea from like actual leaves before. I'm always doing tea bags. So this was pretty cool to do it from leaves. I'm excited. And this goes to Revelation 22, verse 2, I believe. I gotta confirm that. But yeah, that the trees will be healing to the nation. Or the tree leaves would be healing to the nation. There's more to that verse, but I'm just kind of doing that part only. So definitely look it up. And no, I did not quote it exactly. Anyways, I'm excited. Day one. I'm going to finish this up and do it again tomorrow. Wait, forgot to tell you. But wait, there's more. Oh, I can't believe I'm doing it, even on tasting this tea. But anyways, I want to say it kind of tastes like warm apple cider vinegar. No, not vinegar. I'm sorry. Warm apple cider. That's what it kind of tastes like. But it's really good. I'm excited about this. This is something I can actually drink every day. I'm not because there, you know, there's benefits, but then if you have too much, that can be bad too. But you know, that's with anything really. Um, but yeah, it's pretty good. I'm excited. All right. All right. But wait, there's more. I'm drinking, well, I've already drunk most. As you can see, there's only a little water left. But I'm also drinking water because it does say that it can cause dehydration. And so you want to make sure you stay hydrated. So I'm drinking my water also after the tea. All right, that's it for day one. One of the impacts, I'm feeling tired. I can't believe I'm like, oh, I feel really tired. So I am about to go to bed. And I'll do one last video on how I feel in the morning, and that will summarize my first day of using this. Okay, thanks, bye. All right, this is day 2 of my tea, and I'm starting out with my 3 cups of purified water. Okay, I got 1, Okay, cup 2. And cup 3. Alright, let me get it to come to a boil. Go ahead and turn the heat on. The heat is on. Alright, I'll be back. While I'm waiting for the water to boil, here's my leaves. Just pulled it out of the refrigerator. Again, I'm going with 5. Most of these are nice color green. I'm shifting through, making sure I start with the ones that have mostly green. A little bit of brown. Anyways, as you can see, yeah, it's not boiling yet. I just really put it in. So I'm waiting for it to boil. It's boiling. It's boiling so much that you can't even look at that steam. It's boiling. All right, so now I can turn it down to simmer and put the leaves in. Yay! All right, it is time to reduce the heat so it can start simmering. It's still kind of high right now, but you can tell it's calming down compared to earlier. So while it's coming down, I'm going to go ahead and add my leaves. As you can see, I am doing so much better than day 1. Yeah, so, yeah, all my leaves in. Okay, and then, but this time I am also going to add a cinnamon stick in as well, so it can, cinnamon stick, put that in there too. Yeah, exciting. Look, it's calm now. It's really calming down to a nice simmer. Yay. All right. I'll be back. All right, we're at about 7 minutes in, and you know how it was on day 1. Like, I don't see the color, but as you know, maybe it is. I think I do see a little brown. You know, when I scoot it that way, it looks like a little brown. I do smell the cinnamon stick, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know if you can, oh yeah, I think so, look at that. Yeah, it is turning. Okay. It's just so hard to tell. Anyways, exciting. 7 minutes in. Oh, let me stop and let it do its thing. I'm interrupting the simmering. All right, I am at 15 minutes and I'm making a decision to go for the full 20 minutes so it can continue to get as much nutrients out as possible. And I'm okay. That means it might be like a stronger bitter taste. But I got cinnamon and I'm adding honey anyway, so it's going to be all good. And I did 20 minutes yesterday, so it's all good. I do see, oh look, when you put the spoon in there, you can kind of see the brown. I don't know if you can see that. But without the spoon, you can't really tell. You can slightly see, but once you put the spoon in there, you can see the brown. So, super excited. Almost there. I'm going to give it another 5 minutes. Oh, let me stop interrupting the simmering. All right, almost there. Yay! Right, I have my strainer out, and yeah, it's kind of big. Don't laugh. It's a big strainer I have. But hey, it's working for now. Okay, the countdown has started. It's almost finished. Yay! Alexa should be going off soon, and I'll be pouring it into the cup. But I just wanted to let you see. Alexa, stop. You see the color. You know, you can see more of the brown. And of course, oh, look at that on the silver spoon. So that's the key. I wasn't using the silver spoon yesterday. So if you use a silver spoon, you can see the color. And just put it in like that. You can see the color. But yeah, it's brown. Looks like it's ready to go. I'll do my final stir and then, yay! I'm going to go ahead and do the straining and get my drink. And yes, it's brown again. Yay! And I can't really tell. It's not a lot in there, but it should be just enough for me. Yay! All right, so first I'm going to taste it with, this time I did the cinnamon while it was simmering. So I'm going to taste it that way. Last time it was very bitter, so let's see. All right, so I'm going to try it. Oh, the other thing, when you did a cinnamon stick versus the ground cinnamon, it's not as like gritty. I don't know what it's called, but the ground cinnamon have all those clunks and stuff in it. And the cinnamon stick doesn't, it's not as much. It's just super, very small. All right, I am going to try it with just the cinnamon stick, see if it's still as bitter as it was yesterday. Okay, it wasn't as bad. So cinnamon stick it is if I decide not to do the sugar. It is definitely tolerable, and I didn't have that, oh, look like I did yesterday. All right, but I'm about to add me some honey, get me some sweetness. I kind of want to do that one movie where they're stirring the tea with a spoon. Some of you may know what movie I'm talking about. But no, I'm not trying to hypnotize you or get you to do anything. Like watch this video and all of my videos. I'm joking. I'm just stirring with the tea that I just put in. Here's the tea that I'm sorry, the honey that I just put in here. So I'm just kind of stirring that up and getting ready to taste it with the honey to make sure it's good to go. Still a little hot, so just trying to let it cool down. And you can see here, you don't see the cinnamon clumps. I don't think I showed this to you yesterday, but you don't see the cinnamon clumps in there. If you do, it might be like 1 or 2 specks. You don't really see it, so I love that part. All right, time for me to taste it. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah, I need some more honey. Yeah, I need more honey. I don't know what happened there. I need to add some more honey. Okay, I added some more honey, so let's see. Much better. Yeah, before, when I did the other honey, I was like, oh, it would taste better with just the cinnamon. But adding some more honey, so much better. All right, well, that's it for day 2. I'm excited, and the things that I use, it may not be like the strainer or whatever it's called. It's big, I don't have to have the little one. I can, but I'm using what I have, and that's okay. So whatever you have, just use what you have. You don't have to go out and buy all of these things. But the thing is just find joy in your learning. It's okay if you make mistakes. You figure it out the next time, right? Do better, right? Learn from your mistakes and do better. So that's what I've been doing. Thank you for watching, and I'm excited for day 3. Okay, one more thing for day 2. Wait, there's more. For day 2, what I realized when I put the honey in, I put it in while it was still super hot. And that's why when I tasted, it was not sweet as expected. Compared to yesterday, I waited until it cooled down a little more. And so, lesson learned, wait till it cools down a little more before you add the honey. So I want to share that with you. Totally different. All right, that's it for day 2 for real this time. I am drinking the rest of my tea. Yay. And can't wait for day 3. Bye. All right, here's day 3, my last day that I'm doing it right now. Cup 1, 3 cups. And cup 2. And cup 3. Yay. And then I can go ahead and get it boiling. All right, got the water going, and now I just wait for it to boil. Then I'll drop it down for simmering and, go from there. All right. And while I'm waiting for my water to boil, here's my leaves. Wow, they start to turn that brown really fast. Supposedly putting them in the refrigerator helps slow it down. But it's still, a lot of it's still green, but then there's some that's got some extra brown on there. But can't wait to get started. Of course, it's not boiling yet. Patience, Sabrina, patience. All right. Oh, and I wanted to point out one thing that I do is, so remember we did the 16.9 ounces. That's not quite 3 cups. And so I have to open up like another bottle. And so one thing that I do is the one that I open up the new bottle, I put it in the refrigerator. And then after I finish with the tea and I finish drinking it, I go back and drink the rest of this bottle to help flush, flush everything out. So just wanted to point out, do that. Oh, and I am not advertising Pure Life. It's just, that's what I have because it's the purified water. Pure Life is not paying me, but that's what I'm using. Anyways, just wanted to point that out. All right. Yay! It's boiling! I can go ahead and put the leaves in, and then I'm going to decrease the temperature. And the other thing that I'm doing is putting that cinnamon stick. I really like that whole cinnamon stick thing. I'm putting my leaves in, and then I am going to reduce the temperature so it can start simmering. And oh, I need to grab my cinnamon stick. All right, so a little change of plate, because what I noticed, the other leaves are like, they brown really fast. I did found 3 more leaves they are browning, but to compensate the other ones where they're browning a lot to get more fresh of the green, I'm going to add 3 more. I've already rinsed them really well. I'm going to add 3 more to the mix, and then here's my cinnamon. As you can see, it's one way, but watch what happens after it finishes simmering. I'm going to add a little more water as well since I added more leaves. Maybe like just 1 extra cup. And then I am going to set the timer for 20 minutes. It's usually 15 to 20 minutes, so I'm going to say 20 minutes. All right, and it went to a boil really fast once I put the extra water in and the extra leaves. So it's calming down where it's going to simmer. And so super excited. Yay. Let's see how this pot goes, because I changed it a little bit for tonight. So let's see what happens. As I'm waiting for it to boil, I want to show you all the leaves. So some of it, went bad pretty fast. Some are still decent looking. These are the ones that, but you can see how the brown is coming really fast. So me planning only 3 days, today's the last day, really worked out, because really I really only have enough for like maybe 3 leaves. Can't really count this leaf. It's not much green left, but that's all I would have had left. But yeah, pretty fast. There's still some with some green, but not a lot. But they're all gone. But anyways, it's over there simmering, and yeah, this is it for me. I had planned on doing 3 days, so it's working out perfectly because I had only planned to do it for 3 days. So, all right, I'll see you back when it's finished simmering, or I'll give you status too. All right, so it's been simmering for about 10 minutes, and you know me, I have to jump in and interrupt its process to make sure that tea is coming out. And as you can see, I think the water is turning brown. We're learning, right, to just put the spoon in, and you can see a little bit. It's not that, it's a very faint brown where you can see that it is turning a little bit. But anyways, just kind of doing my stir, make sure it's coming out properly. And again, I'm not an expert in this. Like I told you, this is my first time doing this. So I got some guidance online on how to do it. Um, Benefits of this can vary with each person. Side effects can vary for each person. And that's another reason why I only went with 3 days, because I didn't know how it was going to impact me. And then, I definitely don't want it to impact my kidneys. So that's why I'm only doing 3 days, at least for now. And I definitely drink the water afterwards to make sure that I don't get dehydrated and it kind of flushes everything out. All right, but it's been fun. I'm super excited. I think I like making tea like this better than my old way with the tea bags. Tea bags, of course, are faster, but I don't know. I just feel like this way you get um, like more nutrients out of it. You have more control and you know what's going in here, right? That's important to know. You know what's going in there. All right. I think I played around with this long enough. I need to let it. Oh, look, it's getting a little darker. Look at that. I need to let it kind of do its thing, and leave it alone. All right. I've been playing around with this too long. Oh, and the cinnamon smells so good. There's only a few minutes left with the simmer. Do you smell the cinnamon? Ah, it smells so good. I can just boil cinnamon. But you can definitely see the brown. Yay. And it's almost finished. Next would be, we will be pouring it out into the cup. Can't wait. Yay. Oh, and remember my lesson learned. Don't put the honey in until it cools down. So I'll keep that in mind. All right, I am about to strain it. It's my tea, and I'm about to strain the tea. And let's see how it turned out. So I'm finished straining. It has the leaves lip. And something I noticed, the cinnamon stick, it kind of expands. It looks like it expands from how it originally looked. That was pretty cool to see that. Anyways, I'm finished, and voila! This is the most. I've never had this much. All because of that extra cup. Wow. And you can see it's brown. Not as brown, probably because of all the extra water. So maybe I shouldn't have added like a full extra cup, maybe just a half a cup. And you can see the pieces of the cinnamon down in there, but not as much it will be when it's ground. All right, you know what's next. Time for me to taste. So I've decided to kind of split it up, because I don't want to drink a whole cup. So I split it in half, and so in this case I get to taste it where it's not as strong, because the other 2 nights it's been only about this amount, so, and a little bit darker, which means it was stronger. So here's an opportunity for me to try it not being as strong, and it is time for me to taste it before I put the honey in, and then I'm gonna let it sit a little more, and then I add the honey. All right, so I do want to note I am tired. I am super tired. So after this tea, drink my water, use the restroom, and I'm probably going to be heading to bed unless I get some kind of energy. But right now, I'm super tired. Okay, so I'm going to try it before I put the honey in. Okay, interesting. I can tell the difference. It's not as, the taste is not as strong. And of course, taste is not as strong, and but it's not like that like I had the first night. The cinnamon stick really helps. So if you don't like sweetened tea, definitely put the cinnamon stick in. It really helps. Or maybe you're used to that flavor. Everybody's different. I'm used to sweet tea, so maybe you're used to that flavor, and that's good. If you're not, but you're trying to go away from like anything sweet, then the cinnamon does help, because I can really just drink the cinnamon, but I'm adding some honey. I haven't had any sugar today, and honey is a great sweetener. I need something sweet. Or else I'm going to be baking me a chocolate cake, some chocolate chip cookies, something. Just wanted to share one way to learn if it's time to put the honey. You can put your hand over to see if you feel like the hot steaming coming up. And that could be a sign that, well, nope, it's still hot, but I feel the warmth, but not like the hotness. So I think I can go ahead and start adding my honey. All right, fine. It's time to do my final test. Day 3. Got the honey in there. About to taste it. I am just so tired. I'm like, ugh, my energy level. Anyways, here we go. This is good. Not as strong. I think I like it strong. But it's still good, just not as strong. I definitely like it strong. All right, well, I'm going to drink this in my water. And then I will do like a wrap up probably in the morning to kind of let you know the impacts on day 3. Day 1, it made me sleepy. Day 2, I was up for like another hour. It did not make me sleepy. So this is day 3. I'm already feeling sleepy. So it's either gonna, and it could be the honey that makes me energized. I don't know. I think it's supposed to like calm you, but not really sure. But I know one thing, I am tired already. So let's see what happens. If the honey is going to help me get some energy or the calmness is really going to take over and I am going to go to bed. I'll let you know in my next take when I get up in the morning. All right. Bye for now. All right. Let's talk about my tea journey. Okay, so I did 3 days of soursop leaves. And so I wanted to just bring it all together and just give you a summary of my whole experience. And so I had ChatGPT to help me put a summary because I was putting my experience in with ChatGPT. And so it was able to pull together a summary of my experience. So you'll see that I'm reading, and that's what I'm reading. It gave me a great summary. All right, so as you know, over the past few days, I embarked on a gentle detox journey with soursop tea. And this was inspired by my Aunt Betty Jo. And she actually sent me the fresh leaves straight from her tree. And she shared the Bible verse with me. It's Revelation 22:2. And there's more to this verse, but we're pulling out this one piece. And it says, the leaves of the tree are for the healing of the nations. Now, I've never made tea from leaves. It's always been tea bags, never. So this was a great experience for me. It was a new experience for me. It was exciting. And all right, so let's get into the summary. And thank you again, Auntie, for sharing this with me. This was part of our 7-day communion. So we did 7 days of communion. My aunt wanted to do that as well. It was just the 3 of us, me, my aunt, and my mom. And this is one of the things that came out of the communion. Amazing, right? So just going back up, let's talk about the different things I did. All right, so on day 1, I used the fresh green leaves. Again, my auntie mailed them to me. So by the time they got to me, some of them had turned brown, but there was still a lot of green ones, right? So I decided I'm going to pick out 15 in total, and I was going to do 5 leaves per day for 3 days. And then I decided that I was going to add some cinnamon and honey because I've always loved sweet tea. But instead of using sugar, I was going to be using honey this time. And so for my day 1, after I finished drinking it, I did feel sleepy about 10 minutes after drinking. And then also through the night, my stomach kind of had a little discomfort as well. But it wasn't all night, but just a little bit. And then, of course, I had to get up over in the morning to go to the restroom twice. So it was definitely, doing its thing. And when I first tasted without cinnamon or honey, I didn't like it at all. You'll see my in the video where I'm like, where I'm actually tasting it. And then the first day I used ground cinnamon. And so, it had the clunkiness that I didn't like. And so day two, I made some changes. I switched to cinnamon sticks. I had never used cinnamon sticks before, right? So this is a lot of new stuff for me. And so I used cinnamon stick, and that gave me a smoother flavor. And again, in the video, I show you how I used it. So it was so much better. And of course, I didn't have like that gritty, right? I boiled the leaves for 20 minutes. Yesterday, the first day I boiled it for about 15 minutes, or not boil. It was what's the word? It's simmer, right? A new word for me, right? Well, not a new word, but for the tea. So this time I simmered for 20 minutes, and that gave me like a stronger flavor, which was good. And then I learned that you have to wait before adding the honey. And it gives it a smoother taste because if you put the honey in before it's cooled down, it's like I don't know, it kind of sucks it in really quick, so you don't really taste the sweetness, so you end up adding more. And so I learned let it cool, and then therefore you use less honey as well. But it was really good. And day two, oh my God, it tasted, well, day one and day two, I think both days, yeah, it tasted like a apple cider, nice and warm. It was so good. Now, day two, I actually felt really focused after drinking. I didn't feel sleepy. I felt focused. So I started doing things, right? Day three, oh, and I put the leaves in the refrigerator. And so day three, when I pulled the leaves out, they had started turning brown. And so day three, I went back through my original bag and found some more leaves and added three more to it, just so that I can get more of the nutrients out of it. And I added a cup of water, but it ended up being like it was lighter. I still did the 20 minutes of simmering, but it was lighter, and I ended up having a full cup. Again, the details is in the other videos. I'm just doing like a summary here. And it did feel calming. And I was sleepy. You see in the video, I was so tired. I was like, oh, I'm tired. But when I finished drinking it, I had more energy again. I don't know if that was the honey or what, or if it was the actual soursop, but I got energy again, and I got focused again. So I was like, oh, this is awesome. And okay, this might be TMI, but my bowel movement, I've been like every other day because, since the surgery, and it was like this every other day. So my day one, I didn't have the bowel movement, and I was like, oh, okay. Day two, that morning, I still didn't have a bowel movement. I was like, oh, I can't do this anymore. But by the afternoon, I did have a bowel movement. So I was a little concerned. I was like, I don't know if this is going to help me with my digestion. But after my day three this morning, I had another bowel movement. So it was right, the next day instead of every other day that I've been experiencing since surgery. I had it the next day, and it was solved. And so I was happy about that. I was like, yay, 2 days in a row of bowel movement. So that was great. Now, my experience may not be your experience. I'm just telling you what I experienced, right? And the reason why I only wanted to do 3 days, because I just really don't know how it's going to impact like my kidneys and other things that I do have. So I just wanted to do something short term, so I can get some benefits from it and kind of see how it impacts me. So altogether, my key lessons learned was use cinnamon sticks versus ground cinnamon because it's smoother and it's a cleaner taste. So not all of that graininess. Honey timing. Best to wait until tea has cooled to no visible steam, so you don't see the steam coming out. And that may take 5 to 10 minutes. I would say about 10 minutes. 5 minutes might be still too short, but but it keeps the honey sweet and potent. And then brewing time, the lighter flavor, 15 minutes. But if you want that stronger, robust flavor, 20 minutes. I like that, so stuck with the 20 minutes. Um, and then, of course, if you put more water, it might dilute it a little bit. So you got to be careful how much water you're putting in there. 3 cups is really good. And if you add more leaves, I would say no more than an extra half a cup, because I think that extra cup that I did was just too much. Um, and then another lesson learned that I had was I used the restroom twice before I went to sleep. I drank my water after the tea, and of course that helped where I had to go to the restroom. So I made sure I used the restroom twice before I went to sleep, so I'm not waking up over in the morning. And that worked. I did not have to wake up over in the morning, and yeah, and my body was just kind of depends on each day kind of changed. So who knows? It's just gonna vary, with you and your body, and um, and make sure that oops, it's gonna depend on your body. So make sure that you look into that. All right, so I was interrupted by my daughter. She was calling me. She's away at camp for the whole week, and so I had to take that call. I was so happy to hear from her. All right, anyways, so to wrap this up, I have a bonus day for you. So remember when I only did half the drink last night? I decided to put the rest in the refrigerator in this bottle here. I've already had some, so I cheated a little bit. You won't see my first reaction, but it's cold, it's chilled, and yeah, I just put it back in one of the water bottles. So it's really good. So good. Oh my God, this is so good. It's so good. It's so good. Oh my God, it's so good. So it's good cold too. Like really good. Oh my God. It's really good cold as well. But anyways, so just to wrap up here, I really enjoyed this journey, and I'll just end with something here that about the experience. And so Chet gave me this summary. I love it, so I'm going to use that. So this experience reminded me of how you can be guided by faith and family, which can be a source of healing and clarity. So here's to honoring our bodies, listening to the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, and remembering the promise of God that even the leaves can bring healing. So I will end with that. I hope you enjoyed my journey. Again, I know it's not professional. It's my raw cut journey, and with the tea, super excited. I can't wait to try different tea leaves. I'm just super excited about that, and hopefully this encouraged you to try something new, even if it's not tree leaves. Just try something new, but just be careful, because it can negatively impact your body as well, but it can impact positive as well. If need to, check with your doctors before you try something new. That's always recommended. And I say definitely be in tune with your spirit regarding what you're deciding to do as well. It's very important. So I think that's it. And I'm going to go ahead and finish eating and finish up my tea that I have left, and then followed by lots of water. And tell me about your tea journey. What leaves have you tried? What impacts those leaves have for you? Let's share. Let's bring leaves the healing of leaves to the nation, right? To the nation. So it's not just for you, it's for the nation, right? So share your journey of making tea with leaves. Tell us what kind of tree leaf it was and the benefits that you had, both good and bad, kind of like what I shared. Let us know in the comments. I can't wait to read about those things, right? And then we can do our own research and then make our determination that if we want to try it or not. But please let me know in the comments. All right, that's it. Thank you. Make sure you like my video. Make sure you share. And yeah. All right. I'll talk to you later. Love you, everyone. Bye. Be grateful.